So this is the Great Ocean Road Memorial Arch. You could say it is the official start to the Great Ocean Road. It's arguably one of the world's most iconic road trips, and it's something that I've never done. But with the weather forecast suggesting a lot of rain, it might not go exactly as planned. Yep, we've got the route programmed in. Our next stop is a place called Torquay. This is the Australian National Surfing Museum, so let's go and check that out. So the Australian Surf Museum, that was really cool, and now just having a look around some of these surf shops, and then I think we'll get coffee, something to eat, and make way over to Bells Beach. So this is the world famous Bells Beach. It's really windy here. It's cold and windy. I imagine the water's not too warm either, but it's a pretty spectacular spot. Okay, so we are at the Waterfront Motel, Apollo Bay. It's still daylight, there's still some blue sky, so we're going to go and have a walk around Apollo Bay or see what's near here. Apparently if you turn right out of here, that's where food options are, so that sounds pretty good. Tomorrow we move on to the next destinations, a bit more driving. Yeah, hopefully more of the same today, and you know, it wasn't too rainy in the end, which I was very pleased about, because I was thinking at one stage it was going to be heavy rain and I'd see nothing of the coast. So I'm pleased it hasn't been like that. It's just been a few showers here and there, and it's always passed quite quickly. So let's hope that's the worst it gets tomorrow as well. So this is what it looks like from outside. As you can see, I've got changed, put a waterproof jacket on in case it does rain. There's a bit of cloud in the sky, so it's possible. So I am being prepared. Well, it's quite warm at the moment. Anyway, let's go for a wander and see what we can find. Apollo Bay Hotel, that could be a good place. Sort of place I'm looking for, like a pub. So this is Apollo Bay. It's a very nice looking town. Obviously quite small, as you would expect, but yeah, quite picturesque. I just thought, just in case the weather turns overnight, whilst it's nice now, just go and take a look over here and see what the coastline is like. So just as you walk through here, take a look at this view. How good is that? Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's go and get something to eat and drink. So it did rain again whilst I was in the pub, and then there was a really cool rainbow, so I took a photo of that. I'll put that photo up now. There isn't anything else anything else exciting that I'm doing today other than chilling out in a hotel room and yeah, getting myself organised and making a plan for tomorrow. So until then, I will catch you tomorrow. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Simon. I make travel vlogs like these. I would really appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. I'll catch you tomorrow. So good morning from Apollo Bay. Today's plan is to drive to Warrnambool, which is where I'm staying overnight. On the way, we're going to stop at Cape Otway and the iconic 12 Apostles. And I'm really hoping that the weather is good. It's drizzling at the moment, but there is some blue sky up there amongst the clouds, so I'm hopeful for a day that's going to be similar to yesterday, and that we'll get some more stunning views as we drive the Great Ocean Road to Warrnambool. So we've arrived at Cape Otway Lighthouse. It is raining a little bit, so let's put a jacket on and go and check it out and hopefully not get too wet. Oh, so it's raining, so I've got to run between each of these. This is the dinosaur hut, I think. This is the telegraph station. Now we're going to head over there. At least it's stopped raining now, so that's good. So yes, behind me is the telegraph station where they used to send messages from here to Tasmania by Morse code. Very interesting. Hopefully we don't see any of those. How cool, there's a kangaroo just there looking at me. Have a look. That's the first wild kangaroo I've seen on this trip. That's really cool. This is the keeper's quarters and workshop. So just talking to a member of staff, and I mentioned about seeing the kangaroo, and he corrected me, and actually it makes sense. The smaller ones are wallabies, it's the bigger ones that are kangaroos. There's a easy way to tell the difference. So the small ones wallabies, big ones kangaroos. So the one we saw there was a wallaby. He did tell me the type, but I can't remember now. Now it's stopped raining. It's quite a stunning place. So apparently there's a really good viewpoint up this way, which is a bit higher than the lighthouse itself. So let's go and check that out. Let's take a look at the view from up here. So that was the radar station that was used between 1942 and 1945, tracking Japanese submarines off of the coast here. Very cool. So I popped into the cafe to finish off my time here. I got a coffee, flat white, and a piece of rocky road, which was very nice. So I'm going to drink this as I walk back to the car, and then we'll head on to the next stop, which is the 12 Apostles, I think. I'll check the schedule, fairly sure. 12 Apostles is next, which is exciting. Let's hope the weather stays dry as it is now. So this is the 12 Apostles Visitor Centre, and it's a 1 kilometre walk from here to the lookout. So let's make our way over and admire the view. Hoping that it's not too busy there, though judging by the number of cars in the car park, I suspect there could be a lot of people there. And from the road on the way in, you can see there's like an observatory shelf or platform, an observatory platform. So I imagine that's quite busy. I was right though, there's quite a few people here. Let's see if we can get some good photos though. So that's the first viewpoint. There's another one that's just there. So let's go and check that out. It's something called the 12 Apostles. It's up that way, and then it's starting to rain, so then we'll head back. Should be able to get a few photos up there as well. It's raining, windy. Now to head back to the car. I think we timed it quite well. In case you're wondering why I put my sunglasses on, that's because if I start running, they won't fall off the back of my head. Pretty impressive to see, and hopefully some good photos. So now just got beef pie, something to eat, and then on to the next stop. So this area is Loch Ard Gorge. I think there's a couple of lookouts here. One is called Razorback, and it was suggested to check this out, so I'm just walking down there now. I didn't put my jacket back on, so I'm hoping it's spitting with rain. We'll see how we get on. I might need to just run there, take a couple of photos, and then run back to the car. Oh, the rain is coming down there. The other lookout is further up there. I'm not going up there because the rain might get heavier. It's about another 300 metres, so yeah, I don't fancy getting soaked and sitting in the car wet. So I think next stop after here is on to Warrnambool, which is where we're staying tonight. So this lookout is called London Bridge, so of course I had to check it out. So there is what they call London Bridge. Pretty cool. Okay, so now back to the car, and it's about 65 or 70 kilometres to Warrnambool. I think that's how you pronounce it. Probably not, but something similar to that. So I've arrived at the Best Western Maritime Motel. At first, when I walked in, I mean, it's very spacious, but I was worried that I have 2 single beds. But let me show you upstairs. And here is another bedroom, so I don't have to sleep in a single bed. Obviously quite a lot for just one person. This is my view. You can see the ocean just over there. Quite nice and sunny at the moment, so I'm going to go out for a walk shortly. You're probably wondering how much I paid. I was a little bit worried when I saw how big the room was. I booked this on hotels.com and the price was 215 Australian dollars. So for me, that's just over £100 for one night, which is a pretty good price. Okay, so evening meal finished. I wasn't going to have a pint, but it just kind of made sense to have one. It seemed weird going into a bar and not having a pint. Anyway, so evening meal, beer, came to $48. One of the more expensive evening meals, but it was quite tasty. And that brings us to the end of this video and the end of the Great Ocean Road Trip. So tomorrow we're making our way back to Melbourne over the next 2 days. But for this one, that's all for now. Make sure you hit the bell button to be notified of when the next video is released, and do hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I would really appreciate it. All right, until the next one.